What's up? It's Boss Don. You're now tuned in to the third vlog. Let's get it. What's up? Welcome to my third vlog. So, for this vlog, real simple. My Instagram, I posted a story post. Wanted to do a little Q&A. Let everyone get to know a little bit more about me. So I let everyone send me questions. So let's get into it. So first question is from my boy Opinion, who music is I'll plug that in the link in my bio. A link in the description of my YouTube. So first question he asks is, you should do concept-based freestyles, bro. Tell the people prior. This Friday, I'm gonna rap about Kanye West interview with Drink Champs. Tune in, just an idea. So, if I can put it a little bit back, I've always loved the idea of concept albums. Like, some of my biggest influences come from concept albums. It's like one of my biggest things I do today. Like, my last two projects, my big projects, were concept albums. So the Richer Pursuit of Vibes, the whole concept of that project was about just vibes. Just life. Like, reading vibes, different vibes that you feel, you go through. Just vibes as far as like just a zone being in. Second project was Aura of the Night. The whole concept of that project was all about, just the vibes and the aura of the nightlife. So the Aura of the Night is really based around just the energy, the aura that you feel when you think of just the night, just nighttime. So it's the reason why it's one of my favorite projects, because I'm a night person. But I many may not know, but I've actually done a project. It's still is on Dat Piff, where I sampled nothing but game beats. It's called Indigo Console. I may actually little announcement here in the future. I may actually make a sequel to Indigo Console, but you can actually find Indigo Console on thatpiff.com. It's where I sample multiple different games from different eras, systems, and rapped over it. I do plan on doing more concepts in the future. I actually have many concepts I currently go over, so be on the way, look out for that. So, but some of my freestyles are even concepts. Like, if you look at the prelude, I have the Blood, Sweat, and Glory, which I actually be dropping the third and final part to that soon in the future. So look out for that. That's a series. The Blood, Sweat, and Glory series is a series based on my inspiration behind the Rocky series. So it's a series where I sample different Rocky soundtracks and trade bars over that. So look out for that Blood, Sweat, and Glory. And I don't want to be gory. Glory Part 3 coming soon. So on to the next question. Let's see. Someone asks, what inspired you to do music? So growing up, raising up, my parents would play a lot of hip hop. My mother was into hip hop, father was into hip hop. Mother could rap herself. So growing up, I would listen to a whole bunch of Jay-Z. My father was into Jay-Z heavily. You know, I would listen to music so much that I would write down the lyrics. I would break it down. I repeat it to myself. I was fascinated by just the creation and process of music. Back then, they used to do a segment where they used to do behind the scenes of music videos. And that used to fascinate me so much because when I listened to the process of how they come up with the music video, the idea, it's just so artistic with the way they used to come up with these music videos, which one of the biggest inspirations for music videos back then, which even influenced me to this day with just anything I do graphically, visually, is Hype Williams. If you don't know that name, you gotta do your research on that. But what really inspired me just music-wise is I have a lot of influences from Jay-Z to Currency to back then I was a heavy Jadakiss, Cassidy, Lloyd Banks fan. So just was always inspired by just some of the best from New York and even other coasts, from down south to the west to Midwest, you name it. But what inspired me to really get into music is me loving English and loving poetry. At around 17, I started freestyling, but I kind of dived off a little bit, and around college, I wrote a poem that I actually turned into a rap song for my class. So I actually performed the song, something that I wrote as poetry, with a beat in front of my class. And that's how I kind of had a feeling that I wanted to kind of get into writing music and actually taking the first step and taking it serious. So a lot of what inspired me to do music is a collection of different experiences, from my experience with a fellow friend freestyling, even freestyle battles with friends and stuff, and then around my 20s getting into writing poetry and just writing and coming up with ideas, and then eventually forming my own rap group called Stacks, and then eventually moving to even further take my own solo career more serious. You know, just me being inspired by just another big inspiration is I'm very big on being inspired by producers. So some of my favorite producers are Timbaland, Alchemist, Swiss Beats, Hit Boy, DJ Premier, like you name a producer, like, and I've watched probably countless videos of them just growing up. And it really got me inspired into doing producing, to the point where in 2014 I got into producing and started producing my own beats. So every aspect of music I'm inspired by, to the point where I like to creatively control every aspect of the process, from recording to engineering to producing to even creating the visual itself, and even down to the graphics. So I love music so much that I just love studying everything that involves it. So that answered that question. So next question, what inspired your videos? So just like previously, one of my favorite things about creating is the behind the scenes music segments that I used to watch, where they used to go behind the scenes and show how people used to create their music videos. So through the years, I watched so many different music videos, from Hype Williams music videos to many directors, and I've always wanted to dive into that and get myself into it. It's just something that became a high interest for myself. Once I edited shot my first visual, took off from there. So it's one of my biggest things to this day that I really just love doing. Like the best thing about the whole creation process is, many may not notice, but I literally will think of a concept, think of the beat, and think of the visual at the same time. So one of my biggest things I love doing is literally come up with the whole creative process from the beat, the concept, down to the visual, even the graphics. And me being able to be part of every creative control part of the process allows me to literally scope it all together and create a masterpiece. So what inspired me to do videos is just seeing directors, seeing people's music videos, being into graphics, being into just music period, and just loving all the different forms of art of artists that I see creating music today. So the answer is that. So this is a pretty lengthy video, but those are the questions that was asked. So hope that answers, and feel free if you ever have any questions in the future, reach out, whether it's Instagram, whether it's YouTube. I'm always willing to answer questions and let everyone know more about myself, music, process, which I'll be digging even deeper once I get into my song breakdown, the beat breakdown process. So be on the lookout for that. It's coming very, very, very soon. Can't wait to show you how I come up with a lot of these ideas, come up with a lot of these songs, and how just sometimes randomly, things just come along. To the next vlog, I'm out. You dig?